Inside Scoop
with your hosts,
Alyssa
and Diana. So, we're in the point of the book where they are announcing the engagement of Prince Humperdinck and Princess Buttercup. So, you know how with an engagement, the woman's always like showing off her ring, like, oh my god, I'm engaged, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel announcing your engagement?
I would honestly, if it was the person,
You'd be so happy.
I would be so happy. I'd be so in love.
Showing off the ring.
I bet it wasn't for her. I'm so sorry. I bet it wasn't for her. She was forced into this marriage, number one. So,
yes.
But for me, I would be so happy. I'd be so delighted. But it was complete opposite for her.
Yes. So, like, going into that. So, like, that you finding your true love.
Mm-hmm.
What if your true love was, like, a prince or any type of royal? How would you feel then, announcing your engagement?
I would be excited, but if it was Prince Humperdinck, I would be depressed. I'm so sorry. I would have the biggest depression of my life.
We don't want to marry a crab.
Especially, yes, exactly. But it's not only his looks. I just don't think he has a good personality. And also, she's in love with someone else.
Yeah.
And if I was in her position, I would be depressed. I would be sad.
But what if it wasn't Prince Humperdinck? What if it was, like, someone you actually fell in love with?
Okay, if it was someone that I fell in love with, that's a different story. I would be super happy. Oh my god, that ring must be gorgeous. The
nice
dress shopping.
Emerald cut.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Ring on my... Okay, let's just, like...
Period. Hashtag marriage.
Yes. So,
but with Prince Humperdinck, hashtag canceled.
So, like... How do you think Buttercup feels? Because obviously she's still in love with Westley, and she's obviously forced into this marriage. Mm-hmm. So how would you, like, how do you think her emotions are like right now?
I think she's super sad. I think she's depressed, as I said. I think right now she's feeling a lot of emotions, and the emotions are not good feelings at all. Like, she must be really sad.
Yes, I agree with you because, like, obviously she already, like, had trauma with, like, losing, in quotations, the love of her life. Mm-hmm. So she definitely has, like, a history, and she did, like, swear that she was never gonna love Prince Humperdinck. Yeah. So when they announced it, and you know how they always, like, bring them out on, like, to, like, this, like, balcony?
Yeah, it's like dun da da da.
And then announcing the new engaged couple, Prince Humperdinck and Princess Buttercup.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I don't think she was excited for this.
I don't think she was excited either.
Obviously, the crowd was in shock to see Lady Buttercup when they were announcing the engagement. Why do you think?
I don't know.
Because remember, she doesn't have the title of princess yet. It was more of milkmaid. So
I don't know.
How do you think, milkmaid getting engaged to, like, a prince?
Oh my gosh. I mean, she was beautiful.
Yes. So, like, what are your thoughts? What do you think the people of Florence thought?
Oh my gosh, maybe I have a chance with him too, or maybe I have a chance with another prince.
Yeah.
So maybe it shows. But at the same time, if they didn't have the same amount of beauty as Prince Humperdinck thought of Princess Buttercup, obviously they're not gonna have a chance. I'm so sorry. Like, this is all about looks, and I don't know how. I guess it was not about smell, because she must have stank.
Well, obviously by this time she's already, like, clean, because she's gonna be presented in front of, like, the whole kingdom.
Yeah.
So obviously she must be, like, nicely dressed. So she's, like, full on clean and not, like, her regular self. No showers, no nothing. This is, like, full on clean Buttercup. So, like, when you get engaged, do you think people are gonna be surprised, or do you think they're gonna be expecting it?
I think, depending on
how long, because I mean, some people get engaged, like, really quickly.
I think it would take me a pretty long time. I would have to really know that person.
You need the commitment.
Engagement and marriage is like, you need that commitment. Like, you're gonna see them every day. You're gonna have to go through that vulnerable spot. You're gonna have to go through the hard times, the good times, the, like, boring, not wanting to see each other
for, like, a few times.
The fightings. Like, marriage is normal. The biggest commitment of your life. Like, you're spending your life with someone else, which I think is such a big thing.
Yeah.
But here, it doesn't... They went right away.
They just went right away because he needed to find a wife.
Yeah, just because his dad was dying. Boy, it's not that much of a big deal. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm dead. So, yeah. When you, like, get engaged, like I mentioned before, I feel like if you know the person and you guys been like together for like a good while, I feel like people would think it's coming.
How long would you wait? Like, let's say if you met someone now and you guys are like high school sweethearts, how much more would you wait after you finish college? That would be like what? Well, good 7 years already?
Yeah, but I wouldn't wait till after college. Definitely.
You would marry in college?
Yeah, like,
girl,
once I'm like 21, maybe. No. Like, if it's the person. If not, then, you know.
Yeah.
Like, if I were to meet the person, like, now. But no.
Yeah.
That's not happening. But yeah. So that's basically it. What about you?
I mean, it would really depend if I met a person now.
Because, I mean, everyone has, like, the standard, oh, you have to wait till, like, a certain age to get married.
I don't think
but,
for
like,
me...
if you found the person, why wait?
Exactly. But the thing for me, it's the timing. You always have to wait for the right timing. And especially if you never know what the right timing is, I think if I met someone right now, I would for sure wait after college and I have my stuff ready. Even though it's a long time, I wouldn't really mind because it's still like, you know, you have to plan out your life with someone and it's kind of hard. True. So I would do that. That's for me. Maybe
think about it.
It's remember, an unrealistic.
We're 16 now. By the time we're 21, things might have like changed.
Yeah, maybe my mind may change. You know, so I just don't know.
I mean, marriage and kids, two different topics. That I will probably wait till like after college and stuff like that.
It's different, you know.
Once
God's
you have
plan.
a career there, exactly.
God's
it's
plan.
all in His hands.
God's plan. If we put it in His hands, okay, our future. Okay.
But yeah, but like I feel like if you were to get engaged, like I was saying, like, if you were to get engaged, like, 2 weeks after meeting the person, that's a
red
big
flag.
Shot. Exactly. But, I mean, sometimes it works out. You know?
But it really depends on your situation.
Exactly. But, for the most part, I don't think when you get engaged, it will be that much of a shock if you know it's the person. And, you know, if you've been together for, like, a good while. So, yeah. After they announced their engagement, a man, obviously, is watching from above, was wearing fully black. How would you feel if someone, like, if you were to notice someone just in fully black watching from, like, a top of a building? How would you feel? Stalker vibes?
Yeah, very much stalker. I think if I would see someone, I would think it'd be weird. I would just question, like, why are they there? Why don't you look normal? I see you, black sheep of the crowd, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, stop asking for attention.
Yeah, like, fully dressed in black. He has a mask on and everything.
I wonder who that is. I wonder who that is. I wonder who that is.
It's kind of sus, though, because you're like, is that person out to get me?
Yeah, or is it like, what do you want? Like, it's not even about is that person want to get me, because they can't probably get her because of all the guards. Yeah. But it's more like, it's kind of like...
Like, how would you feel?
I would feel like...
A little bit scared,
awkward, maybe a little scared.
Yeah.
But also, like... just questioning who that person is.
Yeah, you're like,
just like, who is that? Do I know them?
Do you know the person? Why are you up there? And like, why are you just not with everyone else?
Exactly.
How do you think Buttercup felt?
She probably felt confused.
Yeah. But the question is, did she really notice that person?
Maybe she was just all sad and depressed.
You know, exactly.
Because I would be sad and depressed.
Well, yeah, obviously, you know, this engagement to her wasn't like the best thing, and obviously one of her favorite things to like go clear her head was go on a horse ride. You know?
Yeah.
Obviously, while riding the horse, 3 strange men come across her.
Oh my.
Yes.
I remember this part in the book. Oh my gosh. Trauma.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like botch these names, but Vizzini, Fezzick, and then Indigo. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's how you pronounce it?
That's how I pronounce it.
I think that's how you pronounce it. But
weird names.
Yeah. But that's, you know, those 3 people come while she's on her ride. You know, they asked her, come with us to like a nearby town. Obviously she says no.
Yeah.
The 3 guys, like, you know, they smile at her and say, okay, good, no problem. So obviously they already had this like planned out because they were planning to kidnap her.
Yeah.
Right there.
No. You know, free her.
They had this planned out because they're like, if we do this at this certain time, and if we do this, no one's going to suspect anything. Because if we do it this way, she's not going to like scream or anything. She's not going to have a reaction. She's just going to like...
Dang, they really said, let's plan this stealing, you know, let's grab her, you know, she's gonna be the next princess of Florin, or not princess, queen of Florin.
They kidnapped her off her horse and knocked her out. So, like, have you ever had the fear of being, like, kidnapped?
No, I really haven't. You have?
Yes. I really have. Still. So, like, I was at this place with my cousin at the mall. We were just alone. Because obviously we're, like, 16 already. And we were just there, and these people were just, like, watching us and stuff like that. I was like, no.
Really?
Yes. So I just kept walking away, and they kept, like, following us.
Oh my gosh.
I was, like, terrified.
I would die.
Exactly. And I don't have, like, the confidence to, like, talk to someone I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was just, like, there on the inside, like, shaking. I was like, no. And obviously I started praying because...
Yeah, God.
Yes.
God always got us. God got our
exactly.
back.
And that's actually not the first time. There's a few other times, but we're not gonna go into it.
I mean, I think I have one, but it's kind of weird because it was, you know, thank you. You reminded me. I did have one. One time I was with Camille and we were leaving CVS, and it was just us two, right? Because, you know, we're 16.
Yeah.
You know, we already have our license and stuff. Well, I don't have it yet. But Camille does. But basically, we were leaving CVS, and Camille obviously has a Mercedes, and it was kind of late, you know, for two girls, but we really needed to get something for a project, so we went to CVS to get it. And it was around 8:30, and we were leaving, and there was these two guys by the door of Camille's car, of Camille's Mercedes Benz, looking in the car.
And don't scare me, because I have a Benz too that I drive.
No, but it was the bigger one. It was like the nice, like, SUV type one.
See, mine's a little compact.
Yeah, no, hers is big, and like it has lights inside, and they were looking at the interior and stuff. I bet they were just looking at the car.
You know, as
but
like
we
guys
got
do,
really
they
scared.
Yeah,
like he was just standing there, and he had a beer in his hand at 8:00, and by a CVS, which honestly is by everywhere.
See,
there's like
again, you're
a mall
like
next to
me
it
because I have a Benz too.
Yeah, but it was just me and Camille, so obviously it was more scarier.
Yeah,
and we saw him next there, and Camille walked back, and I walked straight to the car, not thinking, because I didn't see them, and Camille looks at me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I walk back, and then the guys leave, but they were like watching us, and we got scared, because we were like, oh my god, do they want to take us or something, do they want to get the car, so we got really scared. So, but as soon as they left, Camille and me jumped in the car, and we left to McDonald's, but like, still, that would be scary. Imagine her, we were in a vehicle, me and Camille, imagine her in a horse, just riding her horse. Imagine like being real world right now in a car. Like, that would be scary. That would be terrifying, especially by three men, one girl. That's even more terrifying. Like, I cannot, like, oh my gosh, I would die if I were her.
Oh my god, no.
I would pass out.
Oh my god, no. I have a bunch more stories. I remember going to the mall once, and
it's just
that you always have that fear because you never know what could happen.
Especially when you're a girl.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen to guys, but it's more likely to happen to girls than, you know, guys.
And you always hear the stories of, like, people getting kidnapped and stuff like that.
And then you never think they're real until it happens to you.
Exactly. Specifically me being an only child, my parents never want me out of their sight.
Yeah. I'm not the only child. But, you know, I get it.
The parents obviously still have a thing, but when it's, like, one, they're, like, extremely overprotective.
Imagine right now.
I know. Like, poor right now, princess. We're alone.
The poor princess.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know. She was just, like, trying to clear her head from, like, the whole engagement thing, and then she got...
That was just overwhelming.
Yes.
Pobrecita.
Okay, so if you were in this type of situation, you know, three men walk up to you, and they just, like, threaten you and just, like, come with us, blah, blah, blah.
I'm sorry, no. Like, you already know my answer.
I would run.
I wouldn't run.
Well,
I would try fighting them. But if they're bulky and bigger than me, obviously I'm not gonna win. So I'm obviously gonna run. I'm gonna run as fast.
I feel like knowing maybe a little bit of self-defense, you know, that would be a good thing.
Yeah, that's why we need to take some self-defense classes.
Yes.
Okay, period.
So,
strong women. Huh.
I know. Kidnapping. Kind of scary.
Yeah.
You know.
Kind of really scary.
You know, we're alone right now, so, like...
Yeah, stop. Yeah. Just stop.
Let's just keep going. Switch the subject.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, after she gets, like, kidnapped by those three men, and knocks out, she later wakes up at the lying at the bottom of the boat, and she, like, hears the three men.
So she's in the ocean now.
Yeah, she's, like, in the middle.
Yeah, I would.
Of like an ocean or a river or a sea. I'm
I
not
would
exactly sure which one it
defenestrate
was.
myself, but also I don't like the I don't like the sea at all. My biggest fear is dying in the sea. So, I would hate being in her position.
Oh my god. But the thing is that she hears these three people, these three men, trying, like, they're planning to kill her.
Oh, that's nice. But why? I just wonder why.
How would you react to this if you hear three people who are planning to kill you?
I
would cry.
I would cry. Also, I'd be having like a hissy attack. Like
my
I'd
God,
be like,
yes.
just kill me now.
Oh my
Just
god,
kill
yes.
me now.
Honestly,
Do
I
it
would
now.
cry, but at the same time, I'd be just like, just get over it.
Yeah, just get
Just
over
do
it. Like I would honestly, it's God's plan.
But obviously, but if you're hiding, like, because they were in a different room and she overheard them, would you try to escape?
Yes, I would try to escape.
But the thing is that, remember, you're in like the middle of like nowhere.
Okay,
middle of the
obviously,
ocean.
if I'm in the middle of the ocean, probably not. I would just be like, just do it now. I would obviously try to escape, but my biggest fear is the like dying in the ocean. So I would rather someone kill me than dying in the ocean. I'm sorry if that sounds really bad. I cannot do the ocean. Like, I don't care. I do not want to be eaten by anything. I would just rather get shot by a gun than ever get eaten or a slow, painful drowning death. I cannot do
Really?
that. I'm so sorry. Or being dragged by a weird creature. No.
Oh my
A person
God.
can kill me. I don't care. The ocean cannot kill me. That's my top level.
I'm dead. But yeah, if you had tried to escape now, not being in like the river or like anywhere surrounded by water, would you?
No. I'm sorry. I hate the ocean. Like,
No, if it weren't the ocean, like if
Oh,
it
it
were just
weren't?
like the desert, which honestly,
Oh, yes,
there's-
yes. Girl, I'll run. I don't care if I get drenched in sand. I would rather die in sand than in the ocean, okay?
Yeah.
This is a lot. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with you. I feel like it's easier, even though the desert's just like full of sand and like cactuses. There's probably not that many places to hide. But I would take my chance there, you know.
Yeah, I would.
And in the ocean, like, or like anywhere in the water, I feel like, I mean, it'd probably be easier to hide underwater,
Yeah.
but you never know what's in the water.
Yeah, you never know.
Exactly. So Buttercup, she escapes by jumping off the boat into the river.
Girl, no.
Okay, but the head bad guy, Vizzini, threatens to like cut himself and pour blood into the water, or, like into the river, to attract the sharks. Because the blood attracts sharks.
Girl, this is why I said no freaking. No, sorry. This is why I said I do
Yes,
not want that.
blood and urine attract sharks. So don't pee in the ocean.
Well, I don't think that's really true.
No, it does.
It does?
They tested it.
Oh my, this
Yeah.
is another reason why I hate the ocean.
I love it just to like a certain level where I know sharks aren't.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Okay, so obviously Buttercup thinks he's bluffing, and he's like, she doesn't believe him, you know. But once she like sees that he's like actually cutting himself and like blood is dripping into the ocean, she returns to the boat.
Yeah. Someone
Would you come back?
Girl.
Or would you take your chance and just being like eaten by a shark?
No, I already said I'd rather be killed by a human than eaten by a shark.
So like,
What about you?
I mean, I don't know. It depends how like far I am from land. Because if I'm that far, then no. Then I'll definitely return to the boat. But if I'm like close to land, then yeah, I'll go ahead and like swim to shore.
Girl, I don't know.
Yeah. And if I get eaten by a shark,
You would
whatever.
rather than a person?
I mean, if I'm that close to shore, whatever.
Well, maybe. I guess, yeah, it
you know,
depends.
whatever.
But I would rather be killed by a person than a shark.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I cannot get eaten by a shark. Like, I rather my body be full than in limbs and in half and then eat it in the ocean and no one can find me. Okay, I'm sorry. This is just my biggest fear, so this is why I'm like over dramatic about it.
I mean, would the coming back now? If you weren't like, if it were you, but if you weren't like threatened, well, no, if you were threatened, but you were on like on land, would you come back?
No.
You wouldn't.
What about you?
Yeah, I wouldn't either, because obviously you can run.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
poor Buttercup, bruh.
I know.
Free her. Free her.
So
Free her.
obviously-
At least she took a shower
Ayo.
in the ocean.
Not you with the showers again.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm dead. But it's fine. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, obviously, they, like, one of the men, I think if I'm not wrong, it was Fezzick, who informs Vizzini.
Is it Vizzini? Yeah.
Fezzick. He informs Vizzini that someone seems to be following them. And obviously, they're confused because they have it planned. They're like, we did this around a time where no one would, like, hear or, like, know what's happening because they're, like, all busy with, like, the engagement announcement and the, like, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
You know, and she just took a breath. So, they're like, who could it be following us? Like,
I mean,
no
obviously...
one can know. They don't think it's anyone from the court because they all think that they're too busy with the royal things. So, obviously, they don't think that someone's following them, but they obviously have the fear, and lo and behold, there is someone following the boat, and it so happens to be the person in fully black.
Oh, the one in the crowd.
The one in the crowd, you know? Getting back with that connection. How would you feel if someone was, like, following you? Do you think it would be rescue?
No, I wouldn't. Honestly, I would think someone else is trying to kill me. But I can also think it could be rescue, too, because she is about to get married to a prince. Exactly. I mean, a prince. Well, I guess a king now. Well, because when she marries... So she's going to get married to a prince. So I'm going to think people want to go look for her, but it really depends.
Yeah. I mean, it could always be, you know, the right hand to you going after you, but it always could be part of the bad people. You know?
It really depends.
It depends on the situation. Yeah. So, obviously, they make it to this, like, cliff where they're gonna climb, and, you know, they're trying to escape the guy who's following them, but they see that this guy isn't backing down. So, do you think Buttercup felt fear?
100%. They want to kill her. There's someone following the boat. She doesn't know where she really is. She's scared for her life. There's sharks gonna surround them because this guy is crazy.
If you fall from that height, you're dead.
Yeah, you're done. You're done. Yeah, you're done.
So yeah, obviously they make it up to the top, but then with the rope that they climbed, they notice that the guy in fully black is also climbing up the rope. So,
yeah, that's scary. I would be scared for my life.
Yeah. Fezzick over here, Vizzini tells Fezzick to go and cut off the rope. And then, obviously, with that happening, the guy would fall to his death.
Yeah.
So,
and she must be scared for the guy, too.
Yeah. But, obviously, right there, they think he's probably gonna die.
Yeah.
But, that's not the case. He doesn't die.
Oh. Yay!
So, Buttercup obviously notices this guy because she knows that it was the guy who was watching them from above. So, do you think that she thinks that she's in danger, you know? Obviously she's in danger because of the three bad guys. But with this guy, do you think he's in danger?
I mean...
Or she?
I don't know. They don't know if it's a he, she, because they're all masked in black. So she must be scared, obviously, for, you know, her life. Because they threatened her. So obviously she's going to be scared. So I really don't know. I don't know.
Okay. So now it goes, you know. Okay, so one of the three guys, Indigo Montoya, he's actually knows how to sword fight. So, like, growing up, his father, like, was one of the greatest sword makers in Spain. So obviously from there he learned how to fight with the sword. So they noticed that the guy in fully black didn't die. He made it. He survived.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
He starts fighting the guy in black. You know? How would you feel?
I would
Obviously,
feel...
you're just there watching if you were
If
Buttercup.
I was Princess Buttercup, I would just... I just want to go back home. Right. Like, I don't even care at this point who I'm marrying. I would just want to, like, leave, go back home. I wouldn't want to be in that scenario at all. It would... I don't know. This is where the scary part comes in. And it's like... People are fighting, but you don't know if it's to save you or to still like, kidnap you. It's really just, you know, what if?
So, yeah. In the story, actually, they give a little bit of a background between Indigo and his father. They actually had, like, a good relationship, and his father was actually, like, pretty humble and stuff like that. Where do you think he took the turn?
Dang it, I don't know.
That's kind of a hard question to answer.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sons always look up to their fathers. So where do you think this kind of went wrong?
Honestly, maybe he took a bad turn, you know?
Exactly.
He must have taken a bad turn. I can't really... I have to think about the character more.
Yeah.
That must be really hard.
Exactly. So I think he took the turn when his father was killed.
Yeah, that...
Actually, his father had a 6 finger.
That's
so
weird.
The sword he has like the placements for 6 fingers instead of 5.
Yeah, so it must be weird to carry a sword like that.
I mean, I feel like he has like a piece of his father with him.
It's like, it's a souvenir.
Yeah.
Which is really nice and sweet. You know, it gives a soft spot to the character too.
Yeah.
And
totally
I think
agree.
it's super cool because, you know, it's...
From the
sword,
3 guy, he was like the less evil.
Yeah, that's true. And also, it like gives us, like I said, a sensitive spot. And it shows like, you know...
Yeah.
It's something significant.
That's true.
Even though, you know, he's not really a good person. You know?
Obviously, he's kind of like waiting for his death. You know, for Physique to like, just like, you know, kill him. But then out of nowhere, the Man in Black simply just knocks him out.
Yo, okay.
And he continues going after Buttercup.
When I read that, I was like, bro, free her. Like,
Yeah.
I bet she's very athletic and stuff, so she could have ran.
Yeah.
And, you know, she likes riding horses and she likes doing all of that and she's very outdoorsy. But when I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, free her. She must be super confused, especially, you know, it's really hard to be a girl and to like have guys chase you, especially in this century, and especially that she doesn't feel protected at all. Like, she feels like she's the only person right now. So I bet, and I felt literally all the emotion, like I felt bad for her. So, you know, and then this guy is chasing her and she thought she was gonna get, I bet she thought for that good 5 seconds that she was gonna be saved, and then she wasn't gonna be saved at all by him,
because he kept going after her. So I feel like, okay, this could be a sign of like safe, but it also could be, okay, this could be like more danger. Exactly. So obviously Physique thinks that this Man in Black has killed Indigo, so he goes back to like Vizzini and like, oh, I think he's dead, blah blah blah, you know what I mean? Exactly. So obviously after this, Vizzini is like in complete shock that he was beaten by the Man in Black, because they thought that they killed him by cutting off the rope, but they were wrong. So everything kind of changes here, because now their focus is to capture the Man in Black, you know? And you know, Buttercup just keeps running. So
Pobrecita.
I know, pobrecita. But Vizzini over here tells Physique, go over like the ledge of like a cliff and hold a rock, like over the head, and like while like once he's like ready to like walk under, throw it and just like crush him.
Damn, yeah, crush him.
I know. Would you be like scared?
Yes, I would be terrified.
Because you don't know if it's coming or not. You just be like looking everywhere. So yeah, obviously while he waits, they kind of give us a backstory on Physique. So he is from Turkey. He is a giant.
Yeah.
Like, by the time he reached kindergarten, he was the full size of an adult.
Dang, that's crazy. He's big.
Yeah, I cannot relate,
like
because
a giant.
I'm a short person.
Oh, same. 5'3".
Not even 5'2", but it's fine.
Oh, yay. Woohoo. Woo.
So, yeah. I mean, how do you think his mother would have felt, like, giving birth to him? Because remember,
that's a big baby. I think...
Pobrecita.
Yeah, her uterus must be crying. Just kidding. Just cut that out. Cut that out.
So, like, growing up, so Physique, as a kid, he got bullied. And I'm pretty sure it's because of his height. Which, obviously, that isn't right.
And he was a giant.
Yeah.
So, this is where the fantasy and fiction comes in, too.
I mean, yeah. Because remember, do you like, get bullied for your height? Or no?
I mean, yes. We always get bullied, Diana, for our height, for being
I'm
short.
Well, I'm way shorter than you. So
You're
like,
only 2 inches shorter than me.
Well, it looks like a lot. So
It does not
I'm
look
always
like that
getting
much.
like picked on because of my height.
Me too. I'm 5'3". I'm not even 5'5".
But that's because I'm short. Can you imagine being picked on your height because you're tall and like ginormous? Well, obviously we can't relate because we're the complete opposite. We're little people.
Yeah.
Exactly. So obviously
Pobrecito.
his father hated the fact or like he hated seeing his son get bullied. So he's the one who teaches Physique self-defense, which props to that father. So how do you like, would your like father or mother like teach you if you were getting bullied?
I got bullied before, actually. Before, obviously, every Latino parent,
You know, they always tell them,
would
if they
be
hit
like,
you,
fight back. Yeah,
exactly.
But in this case, my parents would say that, but I wouldn't do it because I knew it was wrong. You know, I obviously had that sense of like, you know, compassion, and I don't like doing that to people. Obviously, right now, you know, and my anger gets a little bit more.
Yeah.
But before, when I was little and I got bullied, I would just cry and I would go up to the teacher and I would tell them. And my mom is the one that would go to school and she would rain. Like, she would bring literally, okay, I don't want to say it, but she will bring hell, I don't know, not hell loose, but like she'll come mad. And I felt so bad for the principal because he had to deal with that. And I felt like not embarrassed, but it's embarrassing when you get bullied and a parent has to protect you and they have to come all mad and angry because,
Well, obviously when you're little it's probably normal,
yeah,
but once you're like our age,
yeah, it's embarrassing.
yeah. I mean, have you ever like fought back or something? Well, not maybe like a physical fight, but like verbally.
Saying yes, but I say it sometimes in a better way.
I feel
than
like you
in a bad
get
way.
like,
I get heated.
yeah, you get heated easier than I do.
Oh,
I really
100%.
don't.
I get way heat. Like, I
Yeah.
get heated.
I'm more just like quiet in the corner, try to avoid anything that has to do with that. You know, I'm more chill in that sense. You know, try to avoid all those things. Don't get your things into these things. It's not worth it.
Yep, it's not worth it.
So obviously, in the middle of like Physique's father trying to like teach him how to like use self-defense, he asks him to like, oh, throw a punch. Next thing you know, Physique's dad like lays, I don't know how to explain it, like he literally punches back, and then they ended up with a broken jaw.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
Period.
Yes. So like, just to like wrap things up on like Physique's story, his parents die leaving him like alone. So right there, that's his trauma and like how he turned into like, you know, from going like, oh, my parents, blah blah blah, into like bad guy kidnapping the future bride of the prince. So getting back to like the kidnapping part of the story, the man in black manages to get like onto Physique's back and chokes him until he falls unconsciously. So this dude in black, you know, he's strong. He might not be big and bulky like Physique and stuff like that, but he's strong. You know, and then he rushes after Vizzini and Buttercup. So obviously Vizzini is like waiting for the man in black to come. He's waiting for him with the knife. So like he is ready to like kill him. But the thing is that he also has a knife to like Buttercup's throat. So he's like right there threatening to kill Buttercup. The man in black challenges him for like a challenge. And obviously he accepts it because Vizzini thinks he's like the smartest guy and toughest guy in the world.
Yeah, because he's big. Obviously.
Well, actually he's not big. The biggest one was obviously Physique. He's not the biggest.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I got their names confused.
But then after they agree to that, Vizzini like pours 2 glasses of wine. One of them is actually poisoned. So, well, actually, no, it's not Vizzini. The man in black asks him for, like, if you want wine, and he's the one poisons the drink.
Yeah.
I remember this scene vividly from the movie. And, like, obviously, he doesn't know which is which. He mixed them up. And, Vizzini's like, oh, you don't know which one's which. You could die, I can die, but it's most likely gonna be you. You know, being all cocky and stuff like that. How would you feel if you were in that situation? You know, just watching...
I would feel overwhelmed. I'm very overwhelmed, feeling the feelings of her and being super confused. I wouldn't know how to feel. Like, it would be crazy, you know?
Yeah. So, let's like fast forward this because I feel like we're going a long time on this. So, obviously Vizzini picks the one with poison. Obviously he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Drinks it, dead.
Oh.
So yeah.
Yay.
Buttercup's like has like a sign of relief. But at the same time, she's like amazed. She's like, like asking the man in black, how did you know he was gonna pick that? He's like, I just had a feeling, you know. It's like the connection, you know.
Yeah,
the connection. So obviously, Vizzini not knowing which cup was poisoned, but then the man in black reveals to Buttercup, oh, both of them were poisoned. So he was gonna like
die
either way.
Yeah.
So obviously, the man in black, he's not like rejoicing of like, oh, I killed these people. You're safe. But
like, he's not bragging about that he killed him.
The thing is that he notices the white horses from the royals.
Oh, so he's
like... the prince knows that Buttercup's missing.
Yeah.
And, you know...
So he's probably gonna go run or something.
Yeah. So Buttercup still doesn't know who this person is. So she's like, are you, like... You know, she's having those, like, thoughts, like, are you trying to kill me? Are you not? Are you a good guy?
Yeah, she doesn't know who he is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, why are you taking me away from the people who I'm about to marry into?
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Yeah. So at this point, they start running. So they run for, like, a good while, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously to, like, hide away or, like, get away from the royals.
Imagine us doing that. Like, imagine just me specifically. I would get, like, I would be so out of breath.
I know, right? Me too.
Couldn't be me. So funny. Yeah, couldn't be me.
But then eventually, obviously, they have to, like, stop. So, like, they reach, oh my god, I can't speak. Mm-hmm. They, like, reach this, like, cave where they hide. And then, like, the man in black, like, he asks Buttercup if, like, she's ever been in love.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's trying to get something out of her.
Yeah.
You know? With what we know, we can assume who this is.
Yeah.
But, like, he tries to, like, make her, like, admit that, like, she's never been in love. But, of
you
course,
know, she's been in love. Yeah. She's like, I'll never love again.
She obviously describes her dead love, Westley.
Dang. Oh, I dropped the bomb.
I
Boom.
know. But then, in the middle of this, like, some cannons go off, like, nearby, which, like, causes him to, like, look away for a second. And then, obviously, how do I explain this? Buttercup takes a chance and, like, gets away from him or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so she tries running away from him because she thinks he's, like...
Or, like, yeah, she shouts down after him that he can die for, like, all she cares because, you know.
Oh, my God. Yeah, because she doesn't know who
Exactly. He doesn't know who he is. But then...
Oh, my...
This is where it gets really
Drop
good.
the bomb. Diana.
You know how... Oh my god. I don't know how to explain this, but here we go.
Crazy.
He responds with the word, as you wish.
Oh my.
Click her head. And she's like, oh my god. Because then obviously she thinks that that's how Westley used to, like, respond to her.
Like, the only man that would ever respond to her love.
As you wish. Is Westley. So she right now is in so much shock. She literally stares down at, like, I think it was a raven. I don't know if raven. I don't know how you say it. Pero that's where the man in black removes his mask. Oh my gosh. And guess who it is? Westley.
And this is where my love-hate relationship comes through. Because he should have, like, I got so upset when I was reading the book because he should have said it from the beginning. I know it's kind of like, oh, you know, let it take time, let her, like, find out on, you know, on her own or, like, later. But he should have told her that it was him from the beginning so she can trust him better. So, you know, she would be like, okay. You know? I mean, obviously, she would have been worried about the poison more because, you know, that's her love. But, like, you know, I don't know her emotions right now.
I know. So, like, without thinking, she, like, jumps into, like, wherever he is. Like, it's like a little pond, I think. That's how you would describe it. And, like, until she's, like, tumbling right beside him. Oh, my. Can you imagine what's, like, going through her head? Because she's, like, still in love with him after, like, a few years.
Okay, she thought he died. That's one. Two... you cannot believe that, like, she just got kidnapped and he saved her and that he had all these moves. I bet she didn't know that he had all those moves. 3, he could have died. True. I mean, what number am I on? I just lost track. I'm so sorry.
I know.
But this is crazy. It's so funny because this is where the character build-up comes through. Like, his character is changing. It went from, like, the boy that worked for her, the farm boy, to now, like, look, he's not the farm boy anymore. He's a hero. He saved her. He's with her. And he knows what he's doing. Like, he has all these tricks, all this adventure that I didn't even know of until I read. I was like, dang, okay.
I know, right? Because
she got moves. He got moves.
Because she only knows farm boy.
Yeah.
The farm boy she fell in love with.
As you wish.
As you wish. So, obviously, from there, it kind of cuts in back into, like, the Prince Humperdinck. And, like, he's trying to piece where she is, so he sees the footprints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he comes across Vizzini's dead body.
Oh.
So right now, I feel like he's thinking, okay, I don't know if she's in danger, because obviously, you know, they had to get married and stuff like that for him to become king. Like, what would you think if you were in the prince's shoes? Like, the person you're, like, forced to marry, would you still care?
I don't know. I honestly, I would care because I have a heart, but in reading about his character shows that, like, his heart is very hard. Like, it's like the Grinch. He has a very small heart. So, yeah, he just really had a small heart. And that's what he gives me a lot, the prince. So, I don't think he cared. But if I was in his position, obviously I would care because I don't have the same type of heart as he does. So,
yeah, I mean, also he notices that whoever has, well, he doesn't know who has Buttercup, but whoever has Buttercup is leading her to, it's called the Fire Swamp.
bro,
Which is a really dangerous place.
When I was reading that, I was like, swamp, fire, no.
It's not a good combination.
But
not. Then, obviously, from, like, Westley's point of view, he has no idea that he's leading Buttercup into the Fire Swamp. So, do you think that she felt safe with him?
I think she did, but at the same time, she was not home. She was not with, like, her family or anything. So I think it would have been scary, but I think she trusts him a lot because, that's her love. Like, when you love someone, you have a certain type of feeling that
it's just an easy connection, like we were saying.
Exactly, easy connection. You have a warmth. You're just, you can be with that person so easily. So I think, for her, it was fine, but at the same time, it was hard to trust him because he left and she thought he died. So it takes a lot. Yeah. It's a lot of factors.
Yes. So, like, around this time, I feel like, if I remember correctly, this is where Goldman kind of cuts back into the story. Because he's right now imagining how would a Buttercup felt, like we just discussed.
Yeah.
So, we have the same mind, as him, cutting into the right time.
Also, we read the book, so.
Yeah. So, then after that, it cuts back into, like, the Princess Bride. And, like, Westley gets, like, a smell. He smells something of, like, sulfur, so he knows where he's heading. And I don't think he I don't think he, like, knows how to feel around this, but obviously he's worried because, like, he's led her to danger.
Yeah. And he probably doesn't really know what he's doing. Well, I can't really spoil anything right now, but he just, you never know. And I bet Buttercup doesn't know where she's going.
Yeah, and obviously, like we mentioned before, this is a really, like, dangerous place. Like, things of, like, rocks, I want to say, and, like, flames just shoot up out of nowhere from the ground. It's definitely not a safe place, specifically for someone like Buttercup, who's never been on an adventure like this.
It's crazy.
Yes. Obviously, like, the prince and the count, Rugen, like, they stand on the edge of the fire swamp. So, like, he knows that they're there. Do you think Buttercup knew, obviously, before we get into that, but, like, do you think she knew that the prince already knew that they were after her? Or...
I mean, I think she had an idea because that's a prince. Obviously, he's going to be like, let me find her. I don't think he would automatically replace her. I mean, he can, but I don't think he would do that. So it really depends, But I think she thought, she knew that they were going to try finding her. So, yeah.
I mean, then if we go back into the story, like, Westley needs, like, he turns around to say something to, like, Buttercup, and, like, out of nowhere, she's just gone. So, right now, what do you think is going through his mind? Because, obviously, this is a really dangerous place.
Yeah. I think worry.
Yes.
Yeah, a ton of worry. That'd be me. I'd be freaking out. I'd be having the biggest anxiety attack of my life. But, obviously, it's very dangerous, so you never know what's going to be there.
It's like a little quicksand where she just disappears.
Yeah, no. No.
Yeah. So, like, right now, he, like, has, like, a vine. He's, like, trying to, like, reach for Buttercup. True love. Only true love will do that.
Yeah. Imagine having that.
I can't relate.
Can't relate either. One day.
Yeah, one day.
One day.
One day.
One day.
One day. But, like, he manages to get her out, which is obviously a good thing. So, like, once they're out, Westley finally tells Buttercup what actually happened on, like, the ship when he was going to, like, you know, explore. So
she was very much...
I think it could have, like... Do you think she, like, broke down?
I think it could have gone better, you know?
Yeah.
It could have... The whole thing could have gone better. Like, I think her reaction could have been better, and the way he told her it could have been better, in the sense of him having more emotion.
Because, I mean, yeah, because his boat was, like, attacked or under attack by pirates.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he survived.
Yes.
Crazy.
You know, we saw his skills with the with those three dudes.
Yeah, and then he killed one.
Yes.
Yeah, well, poison.
Well, knocked out two of them, poisoned one. Good person.
Period.
Okay, I feel like we need to, like, fast forward, because this is kind of long right now. So, obviously, by the end, the Count and, like, the Prince, they obviously, like, find them.
Yeah.
And they make this agreement for him to, like, give Buttercup. You know?
Yeah, no, that's not okay with me. It's like she's a prize. I just don't like the way that they treated women in the story. I mean, I get it because it's a storyline, but the way it's like they treated Buttercup, it was like she was a prize.
So, yeah.
Or something. Because
so Westley, remember, Westley is taken prisoner by Humperdinck. But Buttercup promises to marry Humperdinck right away, like, once they get,
yeah,
you know, back there.
Dang.
Yeah. How would you feel having the love of your life right there and then the person you're forced to marry just...
I would feel so bad and so terrible because Buttercup is being treated like a prize just for her beauty. And honestly, she probably stinks. So, I mean,
for her it's normal territory right there.
Just her and her smelling like no. But that's what they want.
But she only agrees to marry him right away if he lets Westley live.
Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure...
And that was the arrangement Humperdinck agreed to.
He's probably going to still kill Westley. I'm pretty sure. Like, that's his intention. Like, he's going to be like, yeah, girl. I'll let him out if I marry you. But, maybe I'll tell you that, but it's not the truth.
So, yeah, let's, like, end this really quickly with this last thing. So, we obviously know how Humperdinck's kind of a liar.
Yeah.
Exactly. So right before he, like, rides off, he tells the Count, put Westley in the 5th floor of the Zoo of Death.
Exactly.
Remember? He was waiting for something to, like, fill it in.
Exactly. That's
and
what
here we
I'm
go.
saying. He was going to kill him anyways.
Yes.
But it's like... Bro, that man, how would you guys feel if the love of your life is gonna die?
I know.
How would you feel?
But,
if you
like,
thought
obviously
he was dead,
Buttercup kind of, like, trusted him or something. Like, she never, like, trusted him, but...
She had to trust him. Because if not, who else does she have to trust?
Exactly.
Other than herself. Because she can barely probably trust Westley.
I know, because she's probably still in that shock phase.
Yeah. So... the emotion and everything, but how would you guys feel? Like, how would you feel, Diane, if the love of your life is, like, gonna die and you just found out that he's alive?
I know. Oh, my God. I would, like, be in, like, a shock of emotions and probably wouldn't know how to react.
Yeah.
Exactly. How about you?
I think the same way, but also I wouldn't know
because I feel like if you were to overreact, easily the love of your life is done.
Yeah, so I would have to compose myself, even though I'm very much dramatic. So I would have to compose myself and, internally hold my emotions, which I hate doing. But Buttercup is strong. She's a strong woman, a strong, smelly, crusty-haired woman. That's beautiful.
Technically, the prince didn't know her like that.
Yeah, he just knew her because of her looks.
Yes.
Which is very wrong.
Yeah. So, I guess we have to leave it here, because for the next episode, we're going to see what actually happens when they get back to the Kingdom of Florin.
Yeah, so we're going to leave you guys with this question. How would you guys feel if you just found out that the love of your life is alive, but now he's going to die anytime soon?
Well... Buttercup doesn't know that yet because he whispered.
But how would you guys feel about it? Just think. But yeah, that's all for today.
Not see you Until next time on the XOXO
Inside Scoop.
Bye.
Bye.